Today we're going to talk about 5 beginner concealed carry mistakes you should avoid. Number 1, forgetting the universal firearm safety rules. Don't forget this, folks, especially in a time where we can't take our guns everywhere. You have to unload and load sometimes in your car. Remember, treat all guns as if they're loaded. Always clear every firearm that's handed to you. Even if it's just been cleared and you watch them do it, you should do it to establish that muscle memory. Never point your gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. Always keep your finger off the trigger and outside the trigger guard until you're lined up on target and you've made the decision to shoot. Always be sure of your target, what's beyond your target, and what's in front of your target. Remember, you are responsible for every bullet or projectile that comes out of your gun. The second mistake that people new to concealed carry make is they select the wrong everyday carry for them. Remember, you need to select an everyday carry that's right for you. It shouldn't be a gun that somebody else has or somebody else told you to get. It should be a gun that's right for you. I've done a detailed video on this topic alone, so I'll put a link to that video. Please see that video for more information. But in summary, you need to try out different guns, right? Go to a range that has a gun shop attached to it. They can rent you the guns, or find an instructor that has multiple guns that he or she can show you different calibers, different sizes, different types of guns. If the gun is too big or too heavy and it doesn't feel right, or based on your clothing, it's hard to conceal, you're just not going to carry it. You're going to leave it at home. And what's the point, folks, right? You also need to be able to clear any malfunctions. So if you can shoot it, great at the range if you're fairly accurate with it. But if your hands are too small to properly rack that slide and clear any malfunction or properly reload, then that's not the right gun for you. You need to get it. This is a self-defense gun. Remember, folks, you might have a favorite gun that's maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a little bulkier, and use that gun for either home defense, or that can be your favorite gun that you shoot at the range. But your everyday carry should be right for you based on your needs, your clothing, your body type, how it feels when you shoot it, and if you're able to manipulate that action properly. Before I continue, folks, I just wanted to take a minute to mention our sponsor, Aura, of this video. In a lot of these videos, I talk about safety and protecting yourself, protecting your family while out and about in public. But what we don't think about, and I've done some videos on cybersecurity, how to protect yourself online. This company, Aura, will protect you when you're online. They will protect your personal data. So if you've ever noticed that you get a lot of spam calls, emails from robocallers, phone calls, your personal information is out there, folks, and it's being sold everywhere, pretty much. So what this company does is they will identify data brokers with your personal information and remove them, opt out basically upon your request. They can basically do the work for you. You download one app, folks. It protects your phone, your home computer. They have parental controls, they have password management, they have antivirus and identity theft insurance, just to name a few, folks. And I know from working cybercrimes investigations when I was a trooper that if you've ever had, and I hope this never happens to you, if you've ever had your identity stolen, it can be a nightmare to fix the situation. And what happens is a lot of times people don't even know that their identity's been stolen until they go to buy a house or refinance their mortgage, and the title company does a search and says, you have this account that's been in default for X number of months or years. So what this app or program with Aura does is they will monitor your credit, and they monitor even, for example, a large purchase. I wrote a check that it was larger than I normally write, and I got an immediate alert. This is outside your typical spending. Is this, accurate, or is this, basically asking me to resolve it? I've been using this for a while now, and I'm very happy with the way I get the alerts because they're pretty much immediate. So if you click on the link on the screen or in the description, you'll get a 2-week free trial to try it out and see what you think, folks. There are different prices according to packages, and you'll see them on the screen. But please, folks, if you're interested, click on that link on the screen or in the description and start your free 2-week trial. The third mistake I see has to do with carrying on your person and storage, whether it's in your car or at home. So you have to have the proper holster for your gun. I've done videos on this as well. It needs to be a holster that's made for your gun specifically. It should be. And there are many different types, folks. There are a Kydex leather hybrid, which is leather and hybrid. You need to try out different holsters, but it should be a proper holster. It should fit the gun securely. It should protect, cover the main frame of the gun and the trigger assembly while it's seated in the holster. So you should not have access to that trigger when it's in the holster. As with selecting an everyday carry gun, I think you need to try out different holsters to see what holster is right for you, your body type, and what position you're going to carry on your body. Carry in the appendix position, strong side, at the 4 o'clock position, or in the small of their back. So depending on where you feel comfortable, that gun, that holster should allow that gun to be properly and safely secured to your body. It should remain in a consistent position, and it should be accessible to you. So remember, accessibility is important when we're talking about an everyday carry for self-defense. Storage in your car. There are places that you cannot carry. You're going to your kid's school, you're going to the doctor or a hospital, or you're going to, if you live in New Jersey and you're going to a place that serves alcohol for consumption, you can't carry. So people are unloading and loading. Again, this goes back to the firearm safety rules when you're unloading and loading in your car. But you need to have a place to secure it properly when you unload it and leave it in your car, for example. So you're going into that doctor's appointment. You need to unload it, secure it in either a traditional trunk or a lockbox like the Hornady Tri-Point lockbox in your car, something similar that maybe has a cable that's connected to the frame, maybe of your car seat. And you can unload it, keep the ammo separate, and lock the gun in there. Or if you have any other type of locking box in your vehicle, that needs to be used. You can't just, put it under your seat or cover it with a jacket. It has to be secured properly. When you're at home, how you store it at home is going to depend on your situation. If you have kids, you cannot leave a loaded firearm accessible to children. So resist that urge to, I'm going to put it up on that top closet of my, my closet underneath some sweaters or some clothes. My son will never find it. Trust me, they will find it, folks. Kids are curious, they will find it. If you have kids, you will need a safe. You'll have to keep it locked in a safe. Now, if you don't have kids, you may want to keep a firearm loaded in the safe or readily available. So you have to balance accessibility with safety, and it depends on your personal situation. So you live at home, you live alone, you might want to keep it in your safe loaded. Maybe you don't want a round in the chamber, right? Because you figure you're at home, you might have a few extra seconds to rack that slide and put a round in the chamber. Depends on your situation, folks. The fourth mistake I've seen people new to concealed carry or gun ownership is they don't get enough training. You need to get training. And especially, I've had a lot of people come to me and say, I just don't feel really comfortable carrying. I'm comfortable around firearms. I've shot firearms my whole life. I feel a little uneasy carrying. Or I feel a little uneasy carrying with a round in the chamber. Folks, the way to get around this is you have to carry everywhere you go, everywhere that you can legally carry, and you have to train. You have to shoot your gun at the range. There's really no substitute for that. You will get more comfortable handling, shooting, and just having your firearm on your person if you get more training. So we all hope that we never need to use our guns for self-defense, but if you do, statistically, it will most likely be a close proximity within 3 to 5 yards, and it will be fast. So you need to practice drawing from a holster safely, shooting at close range, being able to clear malfunctions, shoot weak-handed, strong side single-handed, weak side single-handed, right? Different scenarios. You just need to train, folks. That will get you more comfortable carrying and handling your firearm. And the fifth and final mistake that I've seen people make when they're new to concealed carry is not having an extra magazine or two. So in my opinion, you need to carry at least one extra magazine to, number one, clear any malfunctions that you might have, and number two, if you need extra ammo, right? Probably not a bad idea to have a go bag with a first aid kit and some extra magazines in that bag, right? And some other items that you might need on the fly. That's it, folks. If you like this video, please hit that like button and please share it with anyone you think will benefit. Also, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we release new videos. As always, folks, thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe.